Good morning, friends. Gracethoughts 3.5 Monday edition. A little sip of tea from my Patriots Championship cup of tea here that I got at Gillette Stadium earlier in the year. I won't say anything about the Patriots Super Bowl appearance, the ninth one, most in all teams' history. I'm going to get right about Tom Brady's, the fact that he's been in the Super Bowl more than 26 other teams. So I won't even get into that. I'm just going to right into the Word of God because you know me, I'm laser focused with these things. Hey, I was thinking this morning, just in my reflections about the majesty of God. I talked about it a little bit in church yesterday too, how sometimes in the mundane of life, life has a tendency to hypnotize us and rob us of God's majesty and in practicing the majesty of God, perceiving the majesty of God. I have a great quote by Tozer in his book, Knowledge of the Holy here. Let me read it for you. The church was, let me see if I get it right here. The church has surrendered her once lofty concept of God and has substituted it for one so low and ignorable as to be utterly unworthy of thinking and worshiping. And so he goes into the fact that the devil and the world system has been created as an anti-Christ, in a sense, as an anti-majesty. And everything that we face in life, everything that we face in our day-to-day routine, sometimes in our religion, our mechanical Christianity, our churchianity, and sometimes even our devotional life, we somehow rob ourselves from the presence and the majesty of God. And it's something I believe as in my life that I have to practice, and I try to practice on a regular daily basis. I try to find that quiet place where I can enter into God's presence, and nature helps me do that. Music helps me do that. Worship helps me do that. The scriptures help me do that. It brings me to a place where I can sense God's presence, and I see that how large He really is. I look around my life sometimes and I thank God for just the simple things, from my home to my cars to my family to the health of my family and all those simple things. I just thank God for those things. I thank Him, give Him the praise, the glory, and the honor for those things. And I sense there's a majesty that sort of creeps in. We are so limited in the few moments we have left with what we have here on earth. We are just so limited by our humanity. But there'll be a day when we finally depart this body of sin and death, and we get to see Jesus Christ face to face, and we'll be in a throne room like Isaiah was in 6, verse 8, and we see God high and lifted up. My friends, and one last thought. You look in the scriptures, anytime any human had the ability to peel back and see the majesty of God, they fell flat on their face. They couldn't. They just worshipped. And that's what the majesty of God does for us. It just causes us to worship. I hope you have the best day today. God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow morning for Gracethoughts 3.5.